Crackdown in New Haven as cases rise statewide. The Elm City's mayor wants to tighten the restrictions there. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Matthew Campbell is live in New Haven. And Matthew, his recommendation would really impact the restaurant industry.
Yeah, Irene, it really would, because if Mayor Elicker had his way, New Haven would go all the way back to phase 1, which would close the door on dining rooms all over the Elm City, and this would be the strictest measure we've seen since the spring.
Last week, New Haven had more than 1,500 coronavirus cases. 7 days later, it's more than doubled, clocking in with 4,190.
The contact tracing efforts have indicated that a lot of cases are also linked to restaurants, the high risk of indoor facilities,
which is leading the city to crack down in ways we haven't seen since the spring. Restaurants will get a warning for violations. After that, if people are spotted without masks, the establishment will get a $100 fine. That fine is upped to $500 if the restaurant violates a gathering restriction. All inspections will be random and fines start later this week.
I passed along my strong recommendation to the governor's team that we would like to move back to phase 1.
So far, the governor hasn't budged, saying he'd like to avoid locking down again. But if it did happen, the fate of many iconic New Haven restaurants would be up in the air.
Every week it changes. And what is the most difficult, I think, is just not knowing what's next.
Here at Union League Cafe, they forge on, rolling out their new fall menu full of French classics like duck breasts and fillets. The dining room is already at 50% capacity. The staff also cut in half from 65 to 30. The cafe's event business has gone from 600 in a year to 10. So they don't know if they could endure a second lockdown this year.
I understand that the numbers are rising. It's true that we wouldn't be able to function.
Now, while nothing is official, we are expecting to get our statewide update on Thursday. And talking with a lot of the business owners here in New Haven tonight, there is a sense that we could be going back to phase 1 here in the Elm City sometime next week. We're going to stay on top of that. But for now, that is the latest. Live here in New Haven, Matthew Campbell, Channel 3 News.